Okay. Righty. Yeah, so, sorry, I didn't schedule this one. I have been 2 hours trying to get this thing to my satisfaction, and I'm a bit fed up with it. I didn't want to take off from here. So, anyway, we're here in New Orleans, and we're gonna be flying to Texas. Right. Okay, let me just get things fired. Let me just request new data from SimBrief. And how are we doing in Denver? Scattered, broken. Yeah. Right, so basically I was originally scheduled to fly out of Memphis, Tennessee, but there was some issues with the Memphis airport that it was not interfacing with GSX, so every time I clicked here it just flashed up on the screen and disappeared again. It didn't get to this menu, so I couldn't operate any of this stuff which I wanted to use, and it took me a while to figure out it was the airport that was at fault, so I disabled it to go back to the stock one, and the stock one worked. However, it looked crap, so I decided screw Memphis, we're going from somewhere else, and so we're here in New Orleans, and yeah, it's raining, and well, it's not raining in Memphis. That sounds like a country song, doesn't it? Well, it ain't raining in Memphis. Right, but yeah, not raining there, but it is here. It is morning, so welcome to the morning. Not such a busy airport either. We have a Southwest and another one over there, which they look like static aircraft to me. I don't know. I would have figured New Orleans would have been a bit more busy, but it looks fairly empty, and I'm pretty sure that the live traffic is working okay. It looks to be. It actually looks like I've just started another one. What I might do is just cancel the live traffic and just start another one, just in case. Because this is an international airport, right? New Orleans? It is. So, yeah. So I expect the flight to be just a minute or so under an hour and a half. Alright, let's see. I've just refired up the live traffic. Hey, Von Doodle. Yeah, just you. If it gets a low view count, I'll just cancel the stream, because to be honest, I'm not 100% at the moment. I'm not feeling 100%, and I would have had this flight done, but like I said, it took. I've been on this flight sim now for 2 hours, just trying to set things up, because I had issues with an airport not talking to GSX. It was a freaking nightmare. In the end, I've had to switch airports. Destination's the same, but I'm switched here to New Orleans, and of course it's raining, where it wasn't in the other place. So yeah, a bit fed up at the moment with this. Anyway, let's get some. It's not Flight Sim's fault. It's the people who made the airport. BMW of all people. Beautiful models of the world. I don't know if this affects any of their other airports, but if it does, beautiful models of the world, please make sure GSX works with your products, you silly asses. Yeah, the way I feel is just, I don't know, just a little bit of, I wouldn't call it nausea really, it's just, I don't know, just not 100%. But yeah, nothing that's straying away from the usual aches and pains inside my torso. Right, so yes, Boeing 737-800, the nice little long one. We'll try not to tail strike it. I don't think we will. The 900 is more prone to tail striking, but we'll be careful. We've got FS Realistic running as well, so there's a bit of elevated wind noise at the moment outside. That's from FS Realistic, but I've got that on just for some extra noises and whatnot, and it makes the touchdown sound a bit more harsh, even if I get a nice touchdown. It'll make it sound really bad. Alright, so yeah, the plane is powered. We've got the nav running and all that preliminary stuff. I do need to light up the panel, so let's just quickly do that. And we'll want the circuit breakers up at the top as well. And now let's start going down here. Jeffrey! Hey! Buenos dias, muchacho! Oh, I meant to ask you, Jeffrey. Right. You know how the Brits, like, not me, because obviously I'm conditioned to not do it, but the Brits will go to Marbella and eat a paella, right? You know what I'm talking about, right? But in Spanish, the double L is like a Y, right? So it's Marbella eating a paella, right? But I know in Jib, it's like a soft J, right? Marbella or paella. So I'm just wondering, is the soft J something that's specific to Jib, or is there regions in Spain that also pronounce it that way? Like, is there some parts of Spain where it's pronounced like a soft J, and other parts where it's pronounced like a Y? Oh, pasties. Do you know what? I've actually got... Oh, yeah, I forgot. I've got a steak bake thing in the freezer. Yeah, I'll have to do one of those. You actually do it from frozen. But, yeah, thank you, my man. I'll definitely have to get some more pasties. Lately, I've been buying the... Well, I made a purchase of a... I made a purchase of a... What do you call it? Fresh cream fruit scones.
Pasty money. Pasty.
I can't believe she said it. Pasty money. I'm just going to make sure that we've got a twin class aircraft here, because if we don't, it's not going to comply with SimBrief. Is it in here? Is it in the equipment? That's okay. That's okay. Performance improvement package, yes. Two class cabin layout. Yeah. It is good. Yeah. Sorry, I don't know where that came from. Andy K, thank you, Von Doodleman. I appreciate it, and I will pasty my way to the shop with that. Cream scones. I can only have GF pasties and scones, and they are... Oh, gluten-free. Gotcha. I thought girlfriend pasties. Yeah, gluten-free. Okie dokie. Can you make your own? Could you make your own? I don't even know what gluten is. Right. Rootin', tootin', gluten, highfalutin. I have no idea. Right, so yeah, this is all okay. So let's get to the main screen. Let's put our position in. Reference airport. Good question. New Orleans. That's all I know. In the battle of the New Orleans. Oh, KMSY.
For your kind £4.99 super chat. Pasty money. Pasties always make you feel great.
It's trying to get the speech there, the woman there, just to say the most ridiculous things. You want to do one next? You want to do one where you go like, hi Rusty or something, and then just put a wap bap a loo bap ba la bamboo and just see what she says. Just make her say the most ridiculous things. Anyway, yeah, so, right, KMSY. And the gate, good question. B16? I don't know. Talk to me. B3. Okay. Will it accept that? Usually not. No. Okay. What about if I go B space 3? You accept that? Screw you then. We'll just take it off what the GPS says, which is this one. Okie dokie. Onto the root, and we're going to import the SimBrief flip. Wait a minute. Wait, just a cotton picking. There's somewhere else. Okay, it might be this. Yes, there we go. So what you have to do is you bring in the SimBrief plan into the tablet first. Right, look at the way the plane's up and down, shaking in the wind. That's FS Realistic, moving the plane about. Yeah, and then when you do that, only when you bring it into the tablet does it then appear as the second line here. And then you can click that, and now you can set your SimBrief fuel and payload. So that's done. And if you look at the fuel, we've got 390, 391.0 in each and 350 in the center. That's way too much. So if we're going to set the fuel for the flight, you'll see now. Ooh. Does that just happen to be... We've got fuel in the center tanks. Wait a minute. No, we're not carrying that much. Are we? CI is 79. Jeez. Okay. Show me. Show me, show me what's going on. You cheesy scone. Right, where are we? This is not what I want. Okay, come down. Right, block fuel 7851. That's 7820. Oh, that is correct. Okay, well, we better make sure to enable the center fuel tanks then. But wait a minute though. Are the wings full? Are the wings full? I don't know. Oh, okay. It doesn't have it here. It has it in the Phoenix, doesn't it? Yeah. Okay. So, fair enough. No problem. We'll just go with that. Remember that we do have fuel. It's only a little bit, so we probably won't even use it. But at least there is fuel in the middle tank. All right. So the block fuel is 790. Fuel weight is all that blah blah blah. And now we can go to the departures. So, let's take a look at the old rooty route, which was back here. So, so my route is, I don't even know it yet, there it is. Oh, this thing scrolls like a MF. Right, so, departing. Oh, I hate this. When we depart, it's a direct to a waypoint. I hate that. No SIDS, but there's a star coming in, so we'll see. Alright, so we're departing on runway 2, direct to AEX. Alright, whatever. Departing. Well, wait a minute, come on. This doesn't look right to me. There's data missing from here, guys. Hold on. What? Did it actually... import the flight? Ah, it didn't. I knew there was something a little bit dodgy there. Good question, but can't answer it. Andalusia, yeah, Andalusia, yeah, they do. And also, I've noticed like when I used to live in Madrid, the accent was quite different from up there as well. There was a lot of emphasis on the sh. You know, sí, like sí, pero claro would be like sí, pero claro es que, and it would be like that. You know, it was lots of shushes. Gluten is a long chain of proteins that make bread elastic. That makes you feel. Ah, gotcha. All right. Come on. It's going to tell me when it's loaded, right? I think. Root uplink loading. Done. I guess now we have to activate. And execute. Yeah, baby. Okay. Runway. Well, 02, right? Yeah, I think so. That's popped it up on the map there. Okay. Just checking because my memory's terrible. Yeah, Kimsey. Right, so now if we go here, now we have them here. You see, this was missing before. So, depart from runway 2, and there's no SIDS whatsoever. We're just going straight out to thingy, AX. Okay, that should appear on the legs then. There it is. Peanuts? Freaking peanuts. Right. We're arriving in Dallas Fort Worth on, I have no idea if it's ILS or RNAV or whatever, so 36 left. Does it have an ILS approach? It does. It doesn't. There's no RNAV. Well, there may be one further down actually. I should practice those. RNAV 36 left. I should actually practice the RNAVs. I haven't done an RNAV approach in this plane. Not a proper one anyway. But yeah, ILS, if we have it, 36 left. Via Bari, Peanuts. We know AX and Peanuts, that's already been displayed, but now Bari 2. Not a lot of waypoints here, but we do have Bari 2. This transition has not been mentioned, so we're not going to put that in, and we're going to click execute. And that's the route, jeez. I don't know why we got that, but okay, let's get that in there. All right, so I'm not going to bother checking the thing yet. Oh, great, straight out. AX is 138 miles, so intersecting with that will be like we don't have to. If I don't turn it straight away, I can always, you know, rejoin it a little bit later. We've got 138 miles to do it, so it's not a big issue whatsoever. Okay, so let's now go here into the index because we've done the position, we've done the flight plan. Next is performance. Transition altitude, well, we're in the United States, so the transition is going to be 18,000 feet, as it is all over the country. Oops. Oh, that's cruise altitude. Sorry, I put it in the wrong way. Yeah, 18,000. Sorry, I'll fix that now. Right, our altitude that we're going to be going up to is, I don't know if it's going to show it on here. Yeah, it doesn't show the top information that I see on my sim brief. So let me just get that. So flight altitude is 30,000, which, oh, it is here, look, 0300, I think that's what that is. Flight level steps, yeah. So 30,000 feet is our cruise. So flight level 300. And I believe this is the wind at our cruising altitude, 30,000. So what is the expected winds at 30,000 feet? At 30,000 feet. It tells you, look, all about your waypoints here, look. And anyway. Wind information. Looks like I've gone past it. Yeah. There we go. Alright, so top of climb here, 30,000 feet, is 241, 104. Ooh, a little bit gusty then. Okay, 241 at 104. Let's feed that in. 241 slish 104. Yeah, yes, ILS and yeah, ILS today. Now I'm just going with the flow. I'm just going to go to an airport, whatever runway it assigns me. If it turns out to be an RNAV, I won't be turning it down and picking another one. I'll just go with it. We're going to put 1 reserve and 0 fuel weight. It should tell me. Yeah. You have to don't do this until you've put the fuel and the payload in, because you just get whack figures, you know. Alright, we'll execute that. So next in the index is the takeoff. We're going to be flying out flaps 5 as usual. And we do have the V1 VR calculated here, but nah. I'm going to do it on here. And we're going to go into the performance tool. Import from the operational flight plan. We can import that as well, or we can import more data from the aircraft and import the weather. So runway we're taking off from this is, yeah, we're at Louis Armstrong. What a wonderful world. Yeah, that guy. We're at Louis Armstrong, New Orleans Airport, right? So that now runway condition, I'm going to put it as wet. Standing water, I don't know. No, I'm just going to put it as wet. Elevation is put in automatically. Takeoff flaps 5 and optimum, I think, are the same. Rating optimum anti-ice. Well, the outside air temperature is above the anti-ice thing, so I'm going to leave that off. I think it's 10 or under, you know. Packs on for sure. Center of gravity 2542, we need that now. Okay, and if we calculate, we'll get our thing. So this is our approach speed when we're coming into land. Okay. It's amazing how you approach. It's not your landing speed, but your approach speed on final is 7 knots higher than your takeoff speed. The trim is 508, but we've got 25.42 on the CG there. Let's see what the trim comes up with. So 25.42. I've just realised the last flight I didn't even bother altering the trim. Oh, the trim there says 4.54. This has got it at 5.08. I can't adjust that. Now what the hell do I set it to? Should I go with that? I think I will. I'm going to go with the tablet, just to see. I don't know. See what happens. So 508. I didn't set the trim on my last flight. Stop. All right, 508. And the numbers are V1, 125, 133, and 140. 125, 133. That's considerably slower than this. Okay, I'm going with it. I'm going with it, guys. Maybe this is basing the numbers on a dry runway. I think not, because I think the runway is wet. Okay. Right, that's everything in there. So our V2 speed is 140. I'm going to set our speed on the plane to 146 anyway. So we'll set that up there. And as we're flying direct to AX, I'm going to put this straight in up to 30,000. Man, the simulation of the plane rocking in the wind, thanks to FS Realistic, is quite something. Alright, and heading out, I don't know. We'll find out. So, we're done there. Yeah. Elektronische flight bag. And we want to go to Navigraph. And departure. And we want our airport info. Oops, wrong one. Well, how is that not the right one? Sometimes the info shows you this one and sometimes it doesn't. Okay, so we're taking off runway 2, which is down at the bottom there. So let's go zoomy. And it is 016 degrees, so not quite the 20. 016, that's our heading. So let's reduce the heading down to 16. And you'll see the line here, the purple line, should line up with the runway. 016, there. Well, it's more or less ish, right? It's there and thereabouts. But I think isn't this line in relation to my plane right now? So once I'm lined up on the runway, this purple line should line up with the white line. Ugh. Okay, so autopilot has all of its stuff. Auto throttle on, and we want flight directors on both sides. What else, Rusty? What else? What else do you want to do now? Oh, the landing information. Well, we can sort that out later. Let's go through the flight plan and make sure that there's no holes in it. So, pasties served mid-flight, definitely. With and without the old gluten. Right, so let's go past peanuts, berry, bells, tackle, wards, diets, wahoot. What's going on here? Okay, what's going on? Are we backing around? Hey? What's going on here then? We must have a discontinuity for that line to be going up the top there. Ah, yeah, we do. It's not coming back around this way. Okay. Yeah, we have a vector. We have to vector it ourselves. That sucks a little bit. Okay. No problem. So we come up, and to headman is the last one, and then we have to vector to 350, 356? Think about what you're saying. This is south. If I turn the plane around and come down, that's not 356 degrees, is it? What's after the vector, though? Oh, what is going on here? Chart, Bobin, and then the runway. What? We're up here. And then suddenly we have to be down here. And then flying in that way. This doesn't make any sense. No, this makes no sense to me at all. Did I pick the wrong runway? Hold on. That makes no sense, guys. The hell? What in the... Right, so we go up. No, bring it down. Forget the purple line. Right, so headman is the... Headman Oh, can you zoom in a bit? Right, so we've got headman, and then it's to vector to char, which means turning the plane around to come down and then turning it back up here again. That's mad. Unless we just turn the plane right the way around here and then vector it down and then bring it back up here. I don't like this, guys. And I can't just go from, say, wards to char, because I'm shortening the descent path. It might not descend in time. It should do, though. This is weird. It's a little bit strange. Headman, forget the vector. This is like you do the next bit. So headman and then char. Headman's up here, char's down there, and the runway's here. Help me understand. Alright, I'm going back to this. Something's gone wrong. Right, KDFW arrivals. Just give me just confirmation here that I've just put the details in correctly, because that is bizarre. I'm not saying it can't be done, but I've never had a faff around like that before. Right, so Burrito, KDFW 36 left. That's what we put in. Let me just confirm. 36 left is active using the Burrito star. Active. Why would it fly us all the way up there, only to come, what, 40 miles back? So we're flying about 27 miles out, only to fly 40 back. And the distance between there and there, can we squeeze a turn in here and another turn in there? I don't know what to do here. I know what I want to do. I'm going to try it. I'm going to try something here, guys. So in the legs, right, I'm going to go to that page where char is. Okay, and I'm going to move it to here and see if the plane can handle it. Alright, so now we've got this. That's a very, yeah, okay. So we've got these 2 points here. No descent path afterwards. Yeah, you see? Afterwards. Guys, I don't know what to do here. What does one have to do to fly into Dallas? All right. So, select 36 left. Select the Burrito star. Go. Honestly though, it just fails to make sense to me. I don't understand, man. Shall we, oh, that's gonna have to go. Shall we just fly it and see if we can manage it somehow? I mean, I'll be able to do it. It's just, what's the altitude at Headman 7008. Okay. Alright. And then by the time it gets to char, it has to be at 3000. So we can maintain, we can tell it to descend to 8000 and maintain 8000 at Headman until we circle around, either go down here and back up, or we can go all the way around and then up this way, which, considering this is going to be about, well, that's 10 miles out, so this is what, 8? Can a plane U-turn in 4 miles? Even if we U-turned it here, we could still angle outwards, couldn't we? And then U-turn it in there. Alright. Hey, Soleiman. Yeah, welcome. Alright. It looks like it's going to screw us over, guys, but we're going to give it a go. See what happens. Oh boy. This looks fun. Alright. Right, so I'm happy with MCDU now. Done with it. Performance is in. Departures, arrivals, climb profile. Don't need to bother with that. We've got the cruise and the descent. We've got the forecast. We can bring in later for the descent. Is it on the Phoenix where you've got climb winds? I think so. Yeah, not on this one. Okay. When I'm in the Boeing, my brain's in Phoenix mode, and when it's in the Phoenix, I'm in Boeing mode. Okay, so coming in on. Okay, it hasn't got that thing yet. Come on, talk to me, Winnie. Yeah, what's the problem? Thank you. So, burrito is, so we got peanuts, as we know, burrito. There's the 356. Oh, I see. There's Headman. Wow. This ain't right. This is not correct. It's given us the wrong freaking... Okay, it's given us the wrong star, guys. Look. It gave us burrito, didn't it, right? Look. Buri. We're on burrito star, right? Okay. This is not correct. Burrito. That's what it said on the flight plan. Well, on burrito, this is for runways 13, 17, and 18. Not runway 36 left. Oh. This is the wrong star. Something's not talking to the other thing. Let's see if we can find a star that's in line with our runway. We want one for 36 left, and we're flying in from a westerly direction. That's no good then. Great, I'm going to have to do one myself. I'll make my own flight plan. Right, so this is a 36 left arrival. Alright, can you show me the airport, please? Oh, guys, figuring this out, man. This is going to be interesting. Going against SimBrief. Right, so let's have a look at how these airlines. Right, so 36 left is from the south going up at 356 degrees. Yes, is what it said. So we need an approach from the east and then up. Okie dokie. Right, into the SIDS then. Let's sorry, the stars. Let's do this again. So let's try Burgi. Right, now this is no good because we're not coming in from the north, so this is no good for us. And this is going to put us down, and then the approach is going to have to go up. Yeah. Let's go cabby. Aha! What runways is this for? Does it say? I know it says RNAV arrival, I know that, but... See, this will be okay for us. Where's the runway? There. Yeah, we could go to Ella, and then we could pick up the... Is it Char here? And go in. Cabby to RNAV. Alright. Let's try Cedar Creek too. Again, this would work for us. If we come in via Turn, Noble, Harry, or even down here, we can all fly to that waypoint. Okay. Dude, I'm trying to work this out on the fly, and I don't know about this stuff. Where does it mention about the runways? This can't serve all of them. .355 heading. This would work for us if we followed this in. If I have to plot these waypoints in manually, I bloody will. I'm not coming in on that other approach. It's just wrong. Alright. Where are we at? Cedar Creek. Let's try finger 9. Oh, it did not like that, did it? Want to try again? There you go. That's the wrong angle. Are we allowed to come in on these RNAV approaches? Let's try Kane. No, that's not going to work. Cabby? I think Cabby 2 works. Runway 17 center. Is that what that does? I don't know. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Let's have a look through. Nope, that's completely the wrong direction. I'm only guessing this, by the way, that this is how you would do it. No, wrong direction. No. 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 Sometimes I can't even see where the bloody runway is. Okay. Isn't it supposed to draw the runway in? Like every time? Oh, there, it did. Yeah, it's in a grey circle. There it is. Sometimes I just don't see it. This one could work out. See, Brie, look. Ah. This Brie works. This works for us. Brie Whiny 4. So there's Whiny. Where's Brie? There's Brie. Whiny. And that works, because if it puts us here, the final approach is up to here. This works. I wonder if it's getting mixed up here with the Bries. The only one it's offering me is this Brie 2. Okay, let's go into the legs. Right. And after Brie, we want Whiny, Howdy. Oh, Jesus Christ. Christ. Right, so whiny looks like it's straight after. Howdy, berms, and yeah, that. So let's try it, shall we? I don't know, this is the first time I've ever done anything like this before. But the Brie waypoint will be the same. So we want to put in, where has the W? So it's, is that how you do it, whiny? That'll come after this one. Come on, button. And then after whiny, it's howdy. Yeah, howdy, how you doing, partner? Howdy. Oh, come on, arrow. Right, let's execute those two. And then now what happened? Right, howdy. Okay, so after howdy, we want berms and holes. So that'll go there and there. We'll get rid of these two. There's Brie again. Oh, this is just throwing me off now. Right. There seems to be two of these Bries. There's a Brie 2 and a normal one. So I'm going to put that here. Then we're going to go to HLLZZ. If this doesn't work, guys, I'm just going to do a brand new flight. Okay, forget the discontinuities for now. Click that one. And then we want to go on next page. Ward. Back. And we want that after there. Execute. But the problem, I think, is we got Brie, whiny, howdy. And then we have a discontinuity to berms. Let's just go there to there. Tie that together. Oh shit. Alright, it looks like it's a different thing, so why? Guys, fuck it. Screw it. I ain't doing it. I can't be bothered. It's just a complete waste of time. But I'm trying to just join up and make a proper approach here. And it looks like it does not want to play the game. No, it's, oh, char. So char, it's still got diets there. Why? Didn't we just blitz all that out? No, we did not. Oh, okay. I got it mixed up. Char comes after pools. Right. Last attempt. Char comes after pools. There. Okay. Right. Is that tidy? Talk to me. So let's go back a page. Right, so we're at the beginning of the flight. So we're going to go blah, AX, peanuts, all the way through. No. No, no, no. What the hell? Why have we just suddenly got to the decel? The decel is before Berry. It's 147, so we're going to be spending. So, oh yeah, okay. It's 138 to AX. by which time we're at flight level 30,000. We spend at least 57 nautical miles at that altitude, and at some point between Peanuts and Berry we're going to start descending. By the time we get to Berry we're at 23,000. And then carry on, carry on. No, not next page, you prick. Just step at a time. And there's the into the runway. Alright. That's my own made up flight plan. Oh boy. I think we got the wrong, we were given the wrong thing. Or Navigraph did something wrong. Something's not corresponding. Alright. Let's just hope. If the flight fails, it's because of that. Right. Can we get a refresh on the weather, please? We know it's raining because it says it here. And we've got a 3002 pressure. So let's just adjust that. Alright. Cool. Pressure is set. Okay. If this actually is a smooth descent and landing, I'll be amazed, because this is not the SimBrief flight plan. But plans get changed, don't they? ATC can call you from the, you know, in the air and just say change to this waypoint or do whatever. Right. Thanks for hanging on, guys. If you have. Right, so let's get the window heats on and the probes. Oh, and while we're at it, let's fire up the APU. Okay, we'll get the hydraulics on. We'll open the isolation valve, or put it on auto, shall we say. APU can go to bleed. The packs can stay off for now. Altitude is 30,000. There we go. And the landing altitude is a good question. With the flight plan I've got, my landing altitude could be anything. So my approach into Fort Worth on ILS runway 36 left. Keep going. Right, it's not a Cat 2, it's this one. Come on. Wow, it's slow, man. Navigraph's been slow the last few days. I don't know why, it just is. Maybe it's my slow internet. Yeah, I kind of need this. I do have Navigraph on my desktop anyway, but okay, here we go. Right, so elevation of the runway is 588. Okay, so 588. Oh, we've got to go up here. 588. What's the closest to that? Do we round up or down? I'm going to round up, so let's call it 600. And our decision altitude for a Cat 1 landing, ILS here, category C if there is one. No, so it's going to be 788. I think category C is what this plane is. Maybe anybody in the comments can let me know. 737-800 is a category C airline, right? Or at least this one is. Right, 788 is our decision altitude. And our course inbound is 356, which is what it said before. And the ILS frequency is 111.9. We'll need that information for when we're descending, so cool. Right, I don't know why this master caution keeps coming on. Right, so the APU has started. Let's switch power over to APU. And we'll just get all the other fuel pumps on now. We're going to get the yaw damper on, the flaps in the up position. And I'm going to switch that to Gen 2 for when the engine kicks in. Seat belts go to auto. Stewardesses get notified. Anti-collision light comes on because we're about to start the engines. Anything else, Rust? Anything else at the moment? No. Okay. Right. Pushback. Except for one thing. Where am I? Let's go to our departure airport. And we go to airport and airport. Yeah, shit, what is this? Where am I? Where's my blue arrow to show me where I am? Right, so we got buildings, and this is 2 here. Usually there's a blue arrow to show me where I am. But it ain't showing me that. I don't know why. Okay. Let's try and correlate that here. So yeah, it's down here. So we are there, and we need to do nose right. And then taxi. Oh, Christ. Alright, so we're going to taxi down across here. Down this taxiway, across that runway. Keep taxiing, and then turn and go onto that runway. Okay, so it's a nose right. That's all I needed to know. Jeez. Prepare for pushback. We have to do something in the menus though. Yeah, southwest, I don't care. Right, the APU is on, isn't it? So if we go to menu and FS actions, ground services, remove the chocks. Please don't shut the plane down.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Yeah. Oh, handbrake. It's a handbrake. There we go. I knew you were going to whinge. Alright, is it still raining? It is.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
Okay, guys. I guess. Man, I'm not sure about this flight plan. I just made it up. I think we got the wrong star. Because WarBRD 2 doesn't feed into the runway we're coming into. It doesn't make sense. So maybe SimBrief got it wrong.
Locking gear.
Something's gone a bit dicky anyway. JetBlue. Southwest, that's been there for a while, that Southwest plane. And so is that one. I think that's static aircraft. Okay, so nose to the right, por favor.
Release parking brakes, please.
Releasing parking brakes.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Okay, no de-icing on this, so let's get the plane started. Oh, it's easy from here. Okay, so right, ground, and yeah, just watch this fire up to 20, and then we can stick the fuel in. So you'll see here that the jet is the fan is turning, the fan being the N2, and now the fuel going into the jet, which is the N1. So we'll do all the auto brakes and speed brakes and fuel flow. Oh, wait a minute. Go to the top. Don't forget to arm your center fuel pumps, because we're using them today. I know you don't do it normally, and it's kind of weird. It actually is. I haven't used the center fuel pumps for a while. On a long flight you would. Okay, we've got good engine start, and I just heard the switch click back, so go to that one. And we'll start up engine number 1. Watching for 20. Okay, that's good enough.
Please set parking brakes.
A little busy at the moment, sir.
Waiting your confirmation for a good engine start.
Well, I got one of them. I'm waiting for the other. Why do we have a fuel? Is that just because I put the thing on? A little bit of ambience there from the cabin. We've got low pressure in these center tanks. I think that's just because there's just so little fuel in them. If it's going to be a problem, if it's going to keep kicking this light on, I'll switch them off. Because we've only got that 30 kilos, which is probably not going to be a lot of pressure, is it really? Okay, I think I better tell the guy that we have a good engine start.
Cockpit to ground.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
You. Oh, hello. Menu. FMC. Index. Approach. No. Descent. Oh, we have to do the approach screen as well. Yeah, that's what I want to be on the descent screen. Okay. Coolie.
Unlocking gear.
Right, let's get the map up again. So, we want to be along this outer edge, I think. I might have to keep this up on the screen so I can see where I'm going.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed.
Okay,
Left is clear. Right is clear.
let's get the radios on. And just a final check up here to make sure I've got nothing missing. We've got the engines on now, so we can pass the power to the engines, which means we no longer need the APU on. I'll leave the bleed on, but the APU can be off. All showing good. Yeah, Engines are on, so packs can go on. Oops, wrong switch. Packs can go on now. That's the aircon. We've still got enough power to take off with, so not a problem with that. That stayed up, that stayed down. Sometimes the yaw damper flicks back up again. That's it. This can now be returned to there. And as we're coming in, I'll forget, but we should switch to the continuous on the way in, especially on bad weather, right? So taxi lights going on, and let's go. It's just like driving a car. Yeah, we got the fuel issue again. Look, I'm just going to turn these center tanks off. I fully believe that we've got plenty of fuel to get there anyway. So in the wings, we don't need. It's gone down actually now. It's gone down to 20 kilos. It said 30, then 40, now 20. So I don't know if it's bleeding into the wings. I don't think so. I haven't set up any cross feeds or any shit. So all right, let's set the flaps to 5. That sounds like a lot of power. So flaps engaging to 5. Can we see that? Right. So the other thing I want to set is the auto brakes and the speed brake arming. There we go. We need to have this green light telling us. Right. Next thing I want to engage is LNAV and RNAV, but we'll do that a little bit later. I can't see where I'm going. So all the stuff we need for landing all the information we need for landing. We haven't got that fed into the plane yet. We'll do that when we're at cruise level and get it all ready. Now we're not going to take this out here, we're going to carry on straight. It's a little ways to the runway, but not too far. Hey, Geop 2, hello, greetings and welcome. I am going a little bit quick for a taxi, but it is what it is. If I've done everything right, we should have VNAV and LNAV. Sometimes LNAV doesn't kick in. It'll kick in after we take off. So I'm going to have to do the first part manually, I think. Because that's our lateral navigation. So I'm going to have to direct the plane onto the flight path myself and then engage the LNAV. I wonder if it does that because the first waypoint, well, it's not a waypoint, but the first instruction is a direct and not an actual SID. I wonder if it's to do with that. I actually don't know. Right, so we're going to carry on down to the end. There's our runway on this side here. Oh, fire flash was wicked. There's the other runways. Runway. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, fire flash, brilliant. I'd like to see Thunderbird 2 in it. Fire flash was the one where it had issues landing, so they had to send the trolleys out to put the land it on the trolleys, right? That was brilliant. That was a great episode of Thunderbirds. We definitely need to be slowing down here. And this will get us onto the runway. But I'm learning, guys. Before we get onto the runway, we're going to put the landing lights on, which I have a button here. There we go. And that's it. You can carry on now. I've got nothing else to do. Speed brake is armed. Auto brake is armed. LNAV doesn't want to play yet, but it will. Says Rusty confidently. We've got pressure in the brakes. What could possibly go wrong? Absolutely nothing. We don't need you anymore. Runway 2, here we are. I had a great flight a few days ago, flying through some dark clouds. As we got to the destination, we were descending. There was a rainbow in the sky. It looked amazing. I do have it on video, so I might release it. Okay, let's reset the fuel flow then. Flight directors on both sides. Confirmed auto throttle is on. At least we have VNAV for the moment. TCAS is already armed and on. That's it. That's it. Can I just turn the brightness down of this thing, please? Alright, good. Alright, that's it. Up into the skies, and we immediately have to make a turn to AX. Okay, we'll do that. 304 degrees, is that right? If we're on 13, that'll be 360. Yeah, 304. So we switch to 304. Okay. Oh, it does rainbows. Yeah, it does. Indeedy doody. If the conditions are right. Right, how are we on the brakes? Okay, disengage. Alright. Stand by then. Passengers will scream. Whoa, okay, okay, okay. Why? Why? It doesn't... I'm just applying the power. What don't you like? Takeoff config. Ooh, something's wrong. We're not in takeoff config. Okay. Flaps are set to 5. Auto brake is on. Heading is 16. Yeah, no, I'm not getting it. What have I missed? Does it not like the speed brake, maybe? I'll take it off. Okay. On the Airbus you do put that on. Alright. Stable. Full throttle. We're not quite on the center line, but we'll try and get there before we lift off.
V1.
Rotate.
Whoa!
Positive rate of climb.
And gear up. No tail strike. And the game's frozen. And now we're turning to 304. Gear is up. Flaps to 2. Can't see where I'm going. I'm just relying on instruments now. I'm just going to track it to 304, and then I'm done. Flaps 1. And flaps fully retracted. Almost there on 304. Wow, the sky looks awesome. We're a little bit outside the line, but that's not going to matter. I just didn't want to tilt the plane too much. Okay, we should now have LNAV and autopilot can take over, and releasing the joystick, which it isn't a joystick here, it's a yoke, but who's counting, right? Oh buddy, okay, what do we have? Oh, bad weather over here. It's not reporting any rain in Dallas, so hopefully we'll be flying over some nicer weather. And now we can focus on the arrival, and we want the approach on ILS. Yeah, you're still not giving me the right stuff. It's a little bit delayed here. Pasty's armed. Yeah, pie in the sky. Oh, shut up, Rusty. Right, yeah, look at this. Whoa. So I had this the other day though, and it was really rainy like everywhere. I mean, look at the weather over here. It's terrible. I mean, we took off from what, here, but over here, it's not so bad there. But yeah, here, I mean, look at this. Whoa. And all around us there. I mean, what time is it right now in, let's have a look. Time in New Orleans. Joan of Arc. It's 9:15 in the morning here. So yeah, this is where we are. Another reason I wanted to do Memphis, Tennessee to Dallas Fort Worth was because I know American Airlines does that actual flight. I don't know about this one, but yeah, so I like these redness here. I guess this is just the glow from the sunset, right? I guess sunrise, I mean, sorry. Daff Global. Hey, Daff. Are you actually Daff, like the trucks? Daff Global? You should be on my Euro Truck streams, where we drive them. We're not flying into that, are we? Okay, well, I've done worse. I've done worse. How are we doing in here? We're fine. So next thing we're waiting for is 18,000 feet, the transition altitude, and we can switch the air pressure to standard. And when I do it here, it will do it on the flat first officer's side, and it will do it on the standby instrument as well. Auto brake can come off. And also, as we're past 10,000, the landing lights can come off, and we can turn the runway lights off as well. And should we release the passengers? Release the hounds. The seat belts are actually on auto, so they'll automatically switch off when needed. No anti-ice required at the moment. Packs are on, otherwise passengers, yeah, here. So this is our altitude needle, and this is the altitude of what the passengers are feeling inside the cabin. So as long as that stays under like 8, I think 8 down here, then it's good. They'll all be able to breathe. Right, let's have a look out the windows. Oh, that's ominous weather, isn't it? But it's, like I say, it's not reporting rain or anything like that in Jesus, in Dallas. So yeah. Yeah. What's hiding in the clouds? I mean, look at this. There's actually a setting you can do. I think it's film noise or film. Yeah, is it film noise, video noise, or something, whatever? In one of the config files of Flight Sim, and if you set it to 0 or disable it, I think you can get rid of these noisy clouds here and make them look a bit more smooth. Maybe it's something I'll do one time. Film grain, there you go. I knew it was something. Yeah, there's a film grain option in one of the config files, and if you remove it, I think it actually gets rid of this. Or at least if nothing else, it'll improve it. Okay, so all of this, it's not bothered about this now. It's heading up to 30,000, which should be armed up here, and it is. And the speed is being taken care of by the autopilot. It is doing the auto thrusting on the N1, and the VNAV and the LNAV is being taken care of by the autopilot as well. Ignore me. Yeah, it is. Oh wow, look at that. Whoa. Man. That's a screenshot. Yeah, maybe I can show you the, if I get the first frame of the video I'm currently editing, I can show you. It's just a landing. It's like a 30-minute video, something like that, of me landing. But if me landing this thing, and there's a rainbow. If I go to video and go to media source and load up the video, I can show you the beginning of it, and you'll see Rainbow First Blood Part 2. Oh, that would be good, wouldn't it? Like a, what do you call it? An LBGQT version of Rambo, yeah. Rainbow First Blood Part 2. Okay, so where is it? Recordings. And I think that. And that. Alright, so I don't know if I can pause it as well. You see the rainbow? Do you see the rainbow? Yeah, you see the rainbow. You see? Yeah, detour into it. I'd rather not, because you just don't know how it's going to turbulence your plane. Oh man, but look at this. Look at this. Wow. You can see we're in the cloud here, which is why the visibility of these clouds has gone down a little. Man. This is what I love about flying, man. You just take off. Look at those clouds. They look gorgeous. I remember when we were taking off from Bilbao in the very north of Spain. We took off really early in the morning. And as we got above the clouds, it was like this. But the sun was coming up. So as the sun was just peeping over the top of the clouds, all the top of the clouds were gold color, all gold color, and it just looked incredible. Like you would never see that down on the ground ever. It was beautiful. We've got some clearer weather over there, I think. Yeah. Oops, air pressure, air pressure, air pressure. I've got about 18,000. There we go, all sorted. Right, so we need to get to the approach on runway 36 izquierda. Right, okay, there we go. 36 left. And we know the ILS is 111.9 because I remember it. So if we just switch the ILS to the standby, 111.90, and we'll switch that back out. I think it was 111.9, if memory serves. Yes, there it is, 111.9. Final approach course is 356. This is really early to put this in, by the way. You put them in there, and then of course we've got the decision altitude here, 788, and that would be put on here by twiddling this knob, and it would appear down here, Barrow. But it's a wee bit too early for that, so we'll get that sorted a wee bit later. So, missed approach, not planning on doing one of those, but at least it tells you what to do. My flight plan is totally different to what SimBrief has said. Yeah, so that's gonna be fun. Not to scale. Ah, right. When they're doing... Now, wait a minute. When they're doing these star and SID maps, I think there is a diagram that they use. Like, obviously nothing is to scale, but, for example, it's within ratio, right? So it's relative. So the difference between Big Toe and Chili, this looks longer to Punky, right? So that's how it'll be in reality. But if they have to make a short line of something that's actually a long line because they can't squeeze it on the chart, there is another symbol that they use to tell you that it is not to scale. So some of the lines are to scale and some of them are not. Does that make sense? Got a holding. Yeah, I know that says not to scale in that box. That's probably a bad example. I can't remember what the arrow is though. I wonder if there's one here. Is it an arrow? I know there's a symbol. Yeah, you've got a not to scale box there, but I'm not talking about boxes. I'm talking about where there's a symbol where maybe this is actually a lot longer, but they couldn't squeeze it in, so they had to make it shorter. and then they will tell you with a symbol that it's not to scale, but I can't remember what it is now. But yeah, I have come to know that they do actually do that on maps, on charts. Sorry, charts. Let's get the terminology right. Now, if I pin this, then it's up here in the pinned, and I can get to it quick. So I might just do that. Right, how are we now? Wow, dude, this could be. It could be real, couldn't it? Those clouds look freaking amazing though. You can't even see the land, like there's nothing. Look at the way this body is. It's a little bit matte, isn't it? It's not quite glossy. It looks absolutely great and really nice. Because it's not white, is it, American? It's kind of a grey colour. Go that way, go that way, go that way. Just tilt. A little bit of photoshopping, guys, and you could pass that for real. Okay, so we're almost at the cruising altitude now. I don't know how long we're staying here for. There's top of climb. So top of descent must be here. It's actually not showing on the thing. It does show on the Airbuses, but they don't show it here. But I can find out on the old mappage. Hopefully. There it is, top of descent, which is a fair distance off yet. So we'll switch this range out to 40 miles as we hit top of climb. And this line, that's where we're supposed to hit it. The green line is where we're going to hit it. And there it is. Perfect. Look at the wind, 107 knots. You don't see on here though, unlike the Airbus, you don't see that the plane it's pushing against the tail, right? So the back end would be tilted out, and you see that on the Airbus. You see the plane's quite tilted from the flight path. But here it just looks like a perfect straight line all the time. I have noticed that. I didn't set the chrono going either. Probably could have done that. Start the clock. It's a bit late now though to time the flight. Yeah, so all is good. The N1 is now gone off. I think that's just because we're at cruise. So we can now set the descent altitude, which I know is going to be 3,000, which is our final constraint. And it will just automatically descend when it gets to top of descent, unlike Airbus, which will not. So should we put all those other details in now? We know the course it's way early, but I'll just get it done. We know it's 356, and we also know that the decision altitude is 200 feet above the runway altitude of 488, making it 788. We know that. So that will appear down here the moment I start tickling this button. Okay, so I'm just going to keep my... It starts at 200, which makes sense, because the decision altitude's normally 200 above what the runway altitude is, and assuming the runway altitude is 0, the decision altitude would be 200, so that's why it defaults to that. And there it is, 788. So that's it. We've got the decision altitude in, we've got the inbound course set on both sides, and we have the ILS frequency to pick up the localizer. Perfect. We're ready for landing. We've only just hit the cruise level, but sure, why not? Why not? Now we can have a look at airports on the ground, because oh, that's why it's called AEX. There's an airport. So what is that then? KAEX is Alexandria International Airport, located 4 nautical miles west of the central business district of Alexandria in Rapides Parish, Louisiana. Well, we are in Louisiana. That's where we took off from, New Orleans. So yeah, that's it, Alexandria International Airport, and it has a very nice clock tower as well. That'd be cool to see that done in Microsoft Flight Sim. I don't think it displays the weather here. I don't think so. It displays terrain, but yeah, we're too high for it to matter. Waypoints, plenty of them. Excess data. Okay. I will try to declutter you. There we go. Oh, blue skies. These, I'll tell you what, we're up here at 30,000 feet. These clouds are high, yeah? We do have high clouds. Normally, after 30,000 or so, all the clouds are below us, but we got some high stuff. These looks like higher than we are. Yeah, indeed it is. And we see the ground, bits of it, guys, bits of it. Peekaboo sections. Wonder where Alexandria Airport is now. It's just to our nose to the right. We're not going to see it. It's covered in cotton wool, or it looks like what do you call that stuff that you squeeze into a hole? Cavity foam. You know the stuff I'm talking about? Yeah, it kind of looks a bit like that. Dun 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 dun. So, Von Doodle, what do you normally fly around in? You normally do like the small ones? Yeah, it is cauliflowerish, isn't it? I'm not a big fan of these, because these effects here you can only get from a camera, and I don't want to give the impression that we're looking out of a camera, because yeah, that's a lens flare, isn't it? It's or lens reflections or whatever. Anyway, I don't know if there's an option to remove them or not. Oh, what happened to the chit chat? Let's have a look. Out of range. Okay. Well, that's because you're on Europe. United States would help. There you go. So, Alexandria Airport, the one we just went past, the tower. There we go. You can even have it tuned in. Oh, yeah, TBM 940. I saw a video. I didn't watch it, but I saw the thumbnail. Somebody's first flight to somewhere. It might actually have been to New Orleans in a TBM 940. You got terrain popping. You can fix that with the object level of detail, though, no? Or terrain level of detail. The slider. Mine's still at 100, but you can kind of move it up. Can't get... Oh, you play it in the office? Yeah, the clouds have been really impressive, and if it's like this in Dallas, we've got to fly through them. Let's check out the weather in Dallas. I'll do the simple version. So it doesn't tell us everything. But basically, we're looking at it's colder there. Wow, in New Orleans it was what, 11 degrees, and in Dallas it's 2 degrees, dropping to -5 tonight. Oh, put your big coat on. Right, the wind is 20 knots, gusting between 19 and 28 knots. Not a massive deal. And the air pressure 30.35. But on the METAR, we don't have rain. There's your 2 degrees dropping to -5. Broken clouds at 25,000. Scattered at 2,800 feet. Visibility is 10 statute miles. So, hey, the visibility's not that great. 10 miles. And then in the remarks we've got, I don't know what PK is, wind, I have no idea what that is. SLP is, oh, come on Rust. Sea level, is it sea level? I forget now. I forget. And something is scattered and something is broken. Scattered or broken, maybe going together against each other. Scattered versus broken on UFC 298. Yeah, that's it. But no rain. But the departure had rain. Oh. Is that the right one? Looks like the rain has stopped. It's not reporting rain here. Unless that's what this is in the remarks. Rain. I don't know, maybe. Normally it would say it around here. But that's gone off now. Maybe it stopped raining over there. But we just have to sit up here now until top of descent. I like to have all my plane programmed well in advance. So give me plenty of time not to forget anything, even though we all know I still will. Can you imagine flicking those 4 switches now? Just turning the fuel pumps off. Engine shut down. You'd have to re-enable them and then restart the engines in the air. You can do it. I mean, yeah, the plane will stay up, right? Of course it will. Why wouldn't it? Oh, is this with a compass? Okay. Put the compass here. Yeah, nice. And we've also got the HGS thing as well. We've got that on this plane. I like to put it on. I don't use it too much, but it's nice to put it on. VNav, LNav, FMC speed. It tells you what it's got down here basically. Lots of good info on here, especially if you're flying in like low visibility landings. This might come in handy, right? Because you've got your flight director and your reticle and everything. And doesn't it show a representation of the runway as well? Or am I dreaming? I actually might be dreaming on that one. Yeah, Copilot doesn't have one. I don't know what that is. I'm not going to drag it. What is it? A light? Yeah, I'm not gonna drag it. I don't know what it is. The problem is when you have the HGS system, what you can't then do is take the window shade and it will slide. Whoops! What are you doing, you crazy thing? Right, so you can slide it. Now normally this will slide all around to the front windscreen here, but it stops here. It can't go any further because of this dude. If I took this off, I'd be able to slide it all the way around for sure. And then we've got, oh, where are they? Did I not put them on? Or are they down here? No. Where's the blinds? Did we not enable them? Menu. Setup. Aircraft equipment. So we've got the Wi-Fi antenna, that's on. You can see it here. There. So we've got the Wi-Fi antenna going, that's not a problem. And window shades, oh, they're not on, okay. Come on. Okay, there we go. So now we've got the window shades on. We can drag them across. I think a pilot would more use this side. Tell the first officer to put those on so he doesn't have to get blinded. And what's great with this is when you go outside, you can actually see them. You can see them up there, look. If I was to take that one off, see? There you go. You can even see the orange details there. Look. Probably get a better view from here, to be honest. How cool does that look? Oh no, go back. There you go, there's your window blinds. It looks like we're descending, but trust me, we're not. Yeah, it's a cool plane. And of course, this guy, because he doesn't have the hood, he can, or he should be able, to slide his visor all the way to the front. See? So it's okay for him. I can't do that because I got this. If I disabled this, of course, yes, then I could. I'd put this up anyway, just to have a bit of relaxing. I wonder if it changes the lighting in the cockpit. No, it doesn't. Not really here. No. Nice environment. Just all while we eat our sandwiches and drink our teas and coffees in peace. There's our ILS frequencies with a line through it and our course. Of course, it hasn't picked it up yet. We're way, way, way too far away for that.
220, contact departure on 2435.
Yeah, I really do like flying these jets. And pasties. I'm gonna have to have that steak bake thing now. Stick it in the oven for what, 20 minutes or something? 25 minutes? There's a couple of planes flying together, it would seem. Well, I hope the rest of this flight goes smooth. I wouldn't want to spoil it after all this. And we can actually turn down the lights now because... So this light underneath the autopilot system, we can turn that off here. Is that autopilot flight display system or something? I don't know. But yeah, it's not dark anymore. Right, so the passengers are currently experiencing 5,500 feet. So if the passengers were climbing a mountain and they got to 5,500 feet, the thinness of the air they'd be breathing is what they're feeling in the cabin right now while sat down. So they're not going through any strenuous exercises. So, but yeah, that's the air pressure in the cabin back there, and this is the air pressure outside at 30,000 feet. It's a little bit higher on the pressure scale there, but it's about that. Yeah, cool. Oh, what's that dial? Oh, fuel temperature. I haven't noticed that before. 10 degrees. That's fine. Let's get outside. We've got quite a bit to go. Like you can't see top of descent coming up on here, which is a bummer. But if I go 80, at least I've got 80 nautical miles worth of warning. It's a straight line right now, just for a while actually. But then at least the next 108 nautical miles. But before we do that 108 nautical miles, we're going to be at 23,000. So we will have descended 7,000 feet by the time we get to Phoenix. I keep saying that. It's a song, an old one. By the time I get to Phoenix, she'll be rising. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, it is all Garmin. It is. Yeah. Go. Garmin. Isn't that their tagline? Something like that. This is American Flight 2627. Oh, I should have used the ATC, shouldn't I? The pilot to ATC. Been practicing with that. Right, we have Fort Worth Center. 12 miles away. Just tuned into that. Jesus. But we're nowhere near the airport yet. There's top of descent.
Spirit wings 281, you are 300 feet below your assigned altitude.
Oh. You know what that is? That means that the frequency we've tuned into for Fort Worth is the same as an actual frequency that MSFS is using. So let's get rid of that. Let's tune in Houston departure. There we go. Houston's also in Texas, so oh, center tank is now gone. Did it dripple all the fuel out? Oh, we need to do the wind forecast for the descent. Let's do that. Request the descent winds. That's why I had this on here. I needed to, so I wouldn't forget. Oh, forget that, Rondoodle. There's you mean in the flight sim MSFS one from like an internal one? Because there's a new AI one coming. The problem is it's a little bit pricey. Woo, mama. Yeah, pricey. It's $30 a month or $300 a year. But I've heard it, and it is freaking amazing. It's really good. It's like you're actually talking to people, but it's Chat GPT 4 driven. Dude, it's amazing. It's amazing. But I think that's kind of well out of my pocket range. So I'll see what's happening with Beyond ATC, because that looks like it's going to be good. And I guess fairly soonish we'll be getting the Block 2 update for the Phoenix A320, which is looking to be actually pretty cool.
Blue Street 5696 from Mustang 3401 for speed back to 718 2100.
Actually, that is quite bright. Okay, once the top of descent gets within 40 nautical miles, I'll switch the range down on here so that we can see it better.
3000, fly heading 360.
Oh, let's go on board with a passenger. Yeah, you see these wings are quite rigid, but I know when you land, they do actually flex quite a bit. If I remember to record it, I will. I'll try and remember to record. If you guys can remind me when we're on, if I'm around 2,000 feet above the ground, just to hit the record button. Just as I'm on the final approach, or just after we pick up the glide slope or something, or the localizer will enable the record, and maybe we can sit in this seat as we land and watch the wings flex. That's assuming that I actually land this thing and do it right, because that's not a guarantee. Okay, so it's just outside the 40, so we'll switch this down, knowing that it's going to be popping in at the top any moment now. And when it does, we'll be able to have a nice little calculation of something here. So once it pops in, we know that top of descent is 40 kilometers away. Nautical miles. And then, if you minus the 40 from whatever distance this says, well, that's how far it's going to take to go from 30,000 down to the 23. That makes sense? Yes, it makes sense right there. Yes.
Blue Street 5696, contact the tower, Woman 8.5. Good night.
Tower 85.
There it is, it's coming in now. It's coming in now. Come on. Pop in. Say hello. Okay, it's a little bit late. Alright, I'm going to say, take it from here. 65, I would say. It's got to be inside the 40 now. Oh, there it is, it's coming in now. See, it's inside, I think the 40's there, so yeah. About 65 nautical miles. So 65 minus the 40, so 20, it'll take 25 nautical miles to go from 30,000 down to 23,000. Seems about right. And it's not complaining about not being able to descend all the way down here. This will be an interesting one, from 10,000 to 3 in 19 miles. It should do that though. I may have to apply a bit of drag or something. We will see what happens. I will be ready for all occasions. least the clouds are not like grey. Is that the is that water? Is that water? Well, actually, there's a big lake over there. That's massive. But then it can't be all the way around there. I think that's just horizon, isn't it, really? Yeah, so where's our destination? We're looking for KDFW, Dallas Fort Worth. No idea. Is it there? Okay. Almost 20 miles out from top of descent. Bung your seatbelts on, people. We're coming in. The only thing we need to set now on the down is we can set the speed brakes when I'm happy with the descent rate, and the auto brakes will set them to. Normally I set them to 1. I think we can actually plan it here though. If I import that and that and that and select runway 36 left. If I choose auto brakes 1, packs are on. Landing weight, don't ask me to calculate that. Yeah, let's pretend it's that. Landing flaps will be 30. Import the weather and go. Yeah, we're going to land. If we land at the right moment, we'll stop here. So yeah, we're good. The runway distance is 13,000 feet, and we only require 8,000 with auto brake set to 1, and that's assuming a slightly heavier aircraft than what we will actually be landing with. So yeah, we're good. Yeah, all good. You've not finished your pasty. Well, you shouldn't have ordered the jumbo size. Fit for an elephant. Right, so the descent winds are programmed into the plane, so it knows what winds to expect on the vidal. What am I missing, guys? Oh, approach. Index approach. Just confirming a flaps 30 landing. So we'll stick that in there. There's the ILS frequency and the course. It has that now. Glide slope on. Wind correction. I guess that's plus or minus 5 knots, right? This is our gross weight as of right now, I suppose. If that goes to 60.7, then I know it's doing it fully live. Alright, so here we go. Oh, look where the decel is, man. Jeez. Isn't that a bit soon? Just pop this out a moment. Okay. This decel. Where's Barry? Are we slowing down the engines? Alright, plane is now going down, so now we're going to keep an eye on this. We're currently well underneath the path, so the plane, I think, will back off on this number to bring itself back in line. Here she goes. She clever plane. Okay, well the auto brakes won't come into play until we land, so we might as well put them on right now. One is enough.
864, turn left heading 020.
Everything else is programmed. All I have to do now is operate the flaps as and when. And yeah, I'm sure I'm going to mess that up. And the autopilot will take care of the rest. Dun, 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 dun. When we get under, I don't know, 10,000, maybe less, I'll try and remember to press record. I don't want to do it. I don't want to leave the record for too long because I don't know, just in case it messes up or something.
American 1313, turn right heading 180.
Right, 180, American 13.
I don't understand this decel being here, but whatever. Well, the clouds look a lot better here, a lot more favourable. It doesn't look as bad as what it did when we took off.
American 534, descend maintain 5,000, then reduce speed to 170.
Okay, can we contact Fort Worth Center or Tower? Yeah, we can.
What's just 650?
Nope.
Southwest 1901, plus 280, Southwest.
Really, just files being played.
01 Center after Momar, descend via the Lucky 1, descend maintain 12000, send to Altimeter 2999. 2999 after Momar, descend to the Lucky 1, descend maintain 12000, Southwest.
Okay, well this 23,000 thing, by the time we get to Bury, we have to be above 20,000 here. Well, this plane should not be dipping under 20,000. It knows it has to be between 20,000 and 23,000. So this purple marker should be at 20,000, right? There it goes. It's stopping the descent now. It knows it has to be between these two numbers, 23,000, 23. It knows that.
Alright, turn 60 and from 51 2000 Southwest.
Oh yeah. Yep. Unless you want to be sucked into the plane. Right, I think this purple box should come up with the 20, or at least there should be a marker. There it is. But that marker's normally there. Oh, it's not coming up with the box. Okay. I thought it would. I guess the purple then corresponds to this. So we are bang on with the flight level. Awesome. And I think if we go to progress here. Oh no, I'm thinking of the Airbus, where it shows you how much above or below the flight path you are.
2677
Is it not here? Vertical deviation. 40 low, 40 feet underneath. Yeah, that's about right, isn't it? What that says. Yeah, there you go. Now it's bang on, see?
You maintain 260 or not? Slow to 260.
Yeah, it's cool. We're a little bit above now, but again, not bothered. It's not that far out at all. So we've got to start talking about flappage. So flaps 5, I'm just going to go straight to 5 when we drop under 250 knots. Then I'm going to go straight to 15 when we drop to 200 knots, and then 25 on the approach, and then 30 on the final. Because that's how I roll. That's how I do things. And as we capture the localizer, we'll just hit the approach and
FedEx 1116.
See what happens.
Motherboard 230.
Descend and maintain flight level 220. Expect IL as runway 35 right approach via gallop transition. Cleared to gallop. American 2560, you are 45 miles.
Okay, I'm going to guess that's right then, 3036.
14,000 feet. Expect IL as runway 35 right approach via gallop transition. Cleared to gallop. Spirit Wings 3157, descend and maintain 16,000 feet. American 2560, descend and maintain 5.
Let's get rid of this
Sun Country
dude.
851, you are 45 miles.
American 864, turn left wing 360.
Left 360, American.
I thought I'd turned the voices off. Clearly I did not. Oh, we are well above the flight path now. Steep descent. Yeah, let's get some drag on and see if we can get this back. We are well out.
American 1446, roger.
I need to bring this back, guys. This number needs to come all the way back, because we are 400 feet above where we're supposed to be, I think.
240,
Yeah.
localize there.
You can hear the drag on the plane. Look, the slats are out there. Amazing how just popping those up slows the plane down quite a lot. Okay, so we brought that back. Still, we needed just a little bit more. Just want to get it a bit more. There we go. Okay, we'll take off the speed brakes now. This is why I don't want to arm them yet. It's way too early.
Wait for the visual 27 right, America 1313.
So the air pressure is in. Steep descent after Howdy. Well, we've gone past Howdy already, so we've taken care of it. So we can get rid of that message. Oh, it looks clear, doesn't it? Yeah, a lot better. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Really nice. What kind of shot is this, though?
300, John Localize.
We've got a little bit of weather over there. Did you spot that? A little bit over here. And a little bit over here. How are we doing? Very nicely on the descent here. So the next thing is this plane needs to slow down. It's going way too quick. I'm going to intervene here, and I'm going to bring it down to 250. Dude, you're going way too quickly. We cannot be going more than 10,000. More than 250 at 10,000. I'm going to put the speed brakes on, see if I can slow us down a little. We need to be here. Come on now. You're going to be breaking the laws of aviation here. See, you're 20 knots over. It's amazing, isn't it? Like the pilot, how little time he spends looking out the window, really, or needs to. Just next time I need to look out the window is really just on the final approach. Okay, do we have any other constraints down here? So we want to be at char, doing a 171, it calculates 148 here, and then into the runway. Okay. Right, now to get the speed back to, there we go. So now the plane will take over the speed, and we're still on a good flight path here. We just really needed to slow the plane down. It was a little bit too quick for my liking.
180, then down to 5,000 American 14.
It's a bit more controlled now. Once it dips to this 240, if it'll get itself there, then we can start flappage. That's a more reasonable decel point. Drag required. Okay. Drag you can have, because I know you need to make that 240, don't you? And once it drops under 250, I can begin to extend the flaps for even more drag. Come on.
Regional approach American 2560 is at 11,900 feet, descending 5,000 feet. American 2560, regional approach QNH30 is...
I'm going to keep the drag on until we hit that 240. And I'm engaging flaps 1 now, which will really help. Okay, flaps 5. Then we'll take the drag off. It still says drag required. That's bizarre. It should, I'm hoping it'll go away with the flaps, because the flaps are providing the drag now. You really want me to put more? I think we're slowing down pretty okay. Flaps 15. Right, show me the thing. Oh, okay. That's because I'm at flaps 15 and I haven't put the wheels out. That's all that is. I'll just back it off to flaps 10. So Bobin is the last. Okay, that seems fine to me. Oh, you still want the gear down? Okay, it's the auto brakes, I guess then. So we can go to flaps 15 without the gear down. No, we can't. How far away are we from the runway? It's a bit too early for the gears. Okay. Drop them. Once they're down, it should stop. Okay, flaps 15. And as we turn here, we'll engage the approach mode. Come on, baby. So next flaps are coming in at 25. We can actually pull those in now, but I'm going to wait till I make this turn. Approach. Flaps 25. We're a little bit far out for that, I think, because we've got 8 miles now to the runway.
401, runway 27 left on the way. I'm away from 7 left next 401.
So once I get to 5 miles out, once we get to Bobin, final flaps, we have the glide slope already, and There's our runway. One of those, 36 left, 36 center, 36 right. I don't know, I guess. And now we're dropping underneath the 3000 because we have the glider sloper. Nearly at Bobin, and we'll just reduce the range here so we can all see what's going on. VOR localizer and the glide slope all in, all good. All looking okay so far. And Bobin is done. Yeah. Flaps 30 then, and we are now in full landing configuration. And we can just let the plane bring us in, or I can take over, battle the wind, get off the runway, and die. The moment I take over is the moment we've had it.
Okay, guys. 204, 203 round.
Don't we just aim for the reticle? It's just pointing at right at the runway. We just have to keep everything level. I think this is used more perhaps in lesser visibility conditions, really. I wonder if it'll help me though. Help or hinder me. Should I take a chance with it? I mean, the wind is. We have a headwind, which is good. That's what we want, and it's not that strong, so I don't think it should drift the plane off too much, if at all. I have had that recently, where it's just the wind's just drifted the plane off the moment I've disabled the autopilot.
Your discretion, runway 27 left line plane.
At our discretion, 27 left, 417 Hotel, yeah.
Plus 100.
See that those dots on the screen, those circles are where I'm going to touch down.
Minimums.
We're a bit high.
50.
6149, you're going to follow company traffic off your right.
30. 20. 10.
Executive Tower Beechcraft, November 901 Mike Charlie, ready fly at our departure runway 31. Beechcraft, November
Wow, I think we landed with all the wheels at the same time.
36 wind 00, tree at 15.
Retro's on.
Takeoff runway 31.
Yeah, we kind of drifted, we floated quite a bit there. I don't know if it's because I used the screen or what, but we did float for a bit.
Cleared for takeoff runway 31, Beechcraft, November 901 Mike Charlie.
I mean, at least we got it down, I suppose, right?
Tiger 741, heavy, turn right at Tango, ramp spot 5. Right at Tango.
And American 4719, pushing approval 5 seconds taxi.
We're good, 4719, pushing through Golf
DFW ground American 738 taxi to the gate.
American 738 taxi to gate Bravo 18 via taxiway Zulu cross runway 18 left Zulu Golf.
Ramp 34 aircraft, 8 Alpha Bravo on
Taxiing to gate Bravo 18 via taxiway Zulu cross
Say again
runway
for,
18 left
for ramp
Zulu
control.
Golf American 738.
34 aircraft, 8 Alpha Bravo on Alpha 26. Look at the full shoulder.
Should have had my lights on, guys, at 10,000.
8.
All these lights should have been on at 10,000 feet. There's always something I'm going to forget. On the next flight, I'll remember to do that and forget to do something else.
Alright, copy that. 8 Alpha Bravo,
Oh, yeah. I mean, you know it. Oh, fudge and fart and all those stuff. And nobody mentioned about recording the landing. So it's lost forever. I wouldn't have seen the chat anyway, Von Doodle. Hey Chad. when I'm landing, there's no way I'm focused on the chat. I can already see my landing spot already, my parking spot already. Yeah, that was a bitch that we didn't record it. Damn it. That's pissed me off now. Yeah, into Texas, Chad.
Rapid code 4719, we have Papa spot 8 right there.
Victor 4719, runway 9 left, taxi via November Kilo.
November Kilo 9 left, we go 4719.
Fanatec 510 Charlie November, runway 8, taxi via Alpha Delta. Thanks, have a good night.
Be turning off any second.
American 1679, push approval, advisor to taxi. Push approved, advise rate taxi, man. Airway American 437, first spot, East, Bravo 10. You're 437, Juliet, Gigabyte, Bravo 10. Juliet, Gigabyte, Bravo 10, American 437.
The hell have you got me doing here? Okay. What a strange way to guide me in.
Hold your position there on spot 8. I got traffic in the alleyway.
Fanatec 244 Lima Juliet, runway 8, taxi via Alpha Delta.
Alpha Delta to runway 8.
The moment we left the runway, we should have turned the landing lights off. Now we can turn these. Ground power has arrived. Switch off APU. Bleed. Packs. Hydraulic pumps.
And we're at American 1679 race tech.
American 1679, right Juliet, spot 2.9.
The boarding
Alright, right,
request.
Juliet, and spot 9 for American 1679.
Fuel pumps off. And light off.
1679, where are you going, sir?
We're going to DFW. And that's covering that with the spot, that's spot 5.
It's going to be spot 2.9.
There we go. Get these folks off my plane.
The boarding starting.
Yeah, that was a disappointment about forgetting to press the record.
And,
I want you guys to see the wings flapping,
1497.
but there may be a way to do it still.
affirmative, I said 1407, you're 1497.
Let's just turn off the radios. Alright, so we're just deboarding everybody. I'm not going to wait for that. Let's just assume everybody's off, everybody's done, and we're good to go. So what I'm going to try, I've even got a thing here, flight control replay, but I don't use this one, even though I bought it. So I don't know if this is going to work, but we'll give it a go. You can still hear the wind from FSR. Flight sim realistic. Let's turn that off. Yeah, I think we landed with the back wheels and the front wheels at the same time. Not ideal. You just want to bring the back ones in a little bit, but we were floating. And I didn't flare enough. Which is fair enough. Look at this, the happiest plane in the world. Okay, let's see if this works. So we just landed at KDFW, and the weather was fairly decent-ish. So that's it, runway 36. I don't know if it's going to work for this plane, but let's see. If not, I think we have a preset for it. I think so. We'll see if we can get it up in the air, turn it around and bring it back manual. I'll probably make a complete dropped pasty of it, but I'm willing to give it a go.
At runway 36 right, ready for departure, departing straight out.
Right, this guy's gonna have to go. ATC text-to-speech settings offline. Okay, so I did turn it off. Right. Have to turn the voices down as well? Nah. That's Azure is okay. So that's off. Why is he still talking? It just don't make no sense. Okay, we are cold and dark, so we're going to see if we can fix this. Is it this one? Nope. Is it this one? Startup state. Upstate New York. Right, panel load. Yeah, this is what we want. Runway. Go. Now, has it put everything on up here? It has. Oh, very clever. You don't mind if I switch this over then, do you? No. Okay, so we are still going to have to wait for this to power up though. Engines? Engines are on. Are they running? Yeah, just got no screens yet though. Right, what's the state of play here? Okay, that's... are they all supposed to be off, I guess? Everything looks okay here. We've got power on the engines. Yep. Yep. Just waiting for these guys. Yo! You took your time. Right. I don't know. I should put this in, shouldn't I? Well, let's just take the reference airport, which is K Dallas Fort Worth. We're not actually at a gate. It hasn't got the lines here, but okay. There is no flight plan. All performance, I'm just going to wing it, no pun intended. Oh, what now? We will not have a V1 or a rotate or anything. Okay, record has been pressed.
8 knots.
I'll rotate at around 140, that should be plenty. It's a little bit harder to pull up now, I guess, because of the there's no pitch or pitch trim. A little bit harder to pull it up there, but it's fine. Don't worry about any of the instruments or anything like that. So the approach into 3, yeah, we're okay, but we've done it the wrong way around. So 356, 180 from that will be 3, oh god, 356. It's 4 off at 180. Okay. I don't care how the landing is really. I just want to see how the wings perform when we do land.
American 738, did you hear my last transmission?
I did hear it, but I don't care about it. Okay, the fact that we've got shitty weather, not helping. It's so difficult to do this.
American 738, did you copy?
Oh, fuck off.
Bank angle. Bank angle.
Deal with it.
American 738, please acknowledge.
Yeah, I didn't get out far enough. Okay, so what we're going to do is slew it.
American 738, ATC services terminated.
Good. Good day.
Sync brake. Sync brake.
We need to scrub off a lot of speed because we're way too high.
Sync brake. Pull up. Pull up. Pull up. Pull up.
Alright, come on plane, squeeze off all that speed.
Sync brake. Sync brake. Sync brake. Sync brake.
We're going to be landing really fast here.
Pull up.
Don't care. Just want to see the wings.
Pull up. Pull up.
Oh, stop floating.
20, 10,
Smooth as a baby's arse. Brakes and reversers on. Still got you down. Everybody lived. Broke all the rules, bank angle and all that. Right, let's check it out on the replay. So, we want to be on board, let's say, this dude here. Does that be a good one? Yeah, I had everything deployed. Full 40 flaps, slats out, you name it, we had it.
DFW Tower, American 27311 miles north, inbound high LS runway 18 right approach.
Yes.
American 2731 DFW
Okay. I'm hoping that the record program is going to remember everything. Okay.
Positive rate of climb.
Oh, for fuck's sake. I don't know if it's going to mimic the flaps because the flaps should be right down, but let's just see what the wing does here. It's flexing. not replaying at full frames per second, but it's doing okay. So yeah, just to give you an idea that the wings do actually flex and do their stuff when they're landing, but in the air, unless there's a lot of turbulence, you're not really seeing it. That was, we landed fast. We were doing like 100 knots quicker than what we should have been, at least minimum. Still got it down though. That would be interesting to see from another angle, wouldn't it?
Too low, terrain. Too low, terrain.
Yeah, we are not coming in slow. Managed to get it all lined up as well. And then just lots of flaring here just to scrub the speed off. Oh my god, floating like a butterfly. But perfetto, chef is a kiss, it's a beautiful. And you'll see the reversers are on until we get down to 70 and then disengage. That's what I should have recorded. So how does the takeoff look? I did keep the flaps down a little bit for the whole flight. Ooh. All right, that's an alarm. I have to meet somebody on Discord, but I've got a feeling they might not show. So there you go. We did the flight and we did the replay. That's everything I needed. That was kind of all right, wasn't it? All right, guys, there you go. Thank you for joining me from New Orleans, Louisiana to Dallas Fort Worth in Texas. Yeah, it was a good flight. The only thing I forgot to do was put the runway lights on and the taxi lights on when we landed. That's all. Not apart from that, nothing. So, yeah, I bid you farewell, guys. Thank you so much. And I will see you on the next one, whatever that may be. So, until then, have a good rest of your day. Take care, guys. Bye-bye for now.